Okay, Delia, I've got your program here. I want to give you some feedback on it, just to help you see what I'm seeing and make you a better programmer. Overall, looks pretty solid, but let's go through it in detail. All right, I have your template that you submitted here. Let's see, starting out with insert your pseudocode input. So you're going to have them input name, type of crust, and toppings. Okay, so you look like you're planning on 3 input statements and then 3 outputs. I guess you're kind of showing sample output, someone's name, what kind of crust they want, and pepperoni. So that's okay. Let's scroll down. All right, so here is insert a copy of your code. So here's the actual code. So I'm going to copy this. It goes all the way down to there. And let's paste it into a programming window. Okay, there it is, all in there. And let's run it first just to see if it works. Starting out. Enter your name. Let me just make up a name. I'll put Mr. Brock there. Ready to order. Okay, what if I say no? No, I'm not ready. Okay, now I'm not counting off of this. This is something we're going to learn later. Let me point this out. We are going to learn later how to check what they answered. So if they answered no, the program could do something differently. I mean, I like that you're thinking of that already, but we just don't have the skills yet to do that. But hold on to that idea because we will do that later in the year. We're going to learn how to check that. Okay, enter type of crust. Let's go thin, just to say that. Enter toppings, Italian sausage, and onion. Of course, those have to go together. Done with order. Okay, again, I like the idea, but we'll be able to actually check whether they say yes or no later. And also, if you do something like done with order, do you mean from the type yes or just put Y? So a lot of times that's good to put up there in the question. Done with order, Y/N. You know, just if you want them to enter one letter instead of entering the whole word. Yes, I am. You know, because you don't know what they're going to type if you don't limit their choices. But I like what you're thinking there. Hello, Mr. Brock. Are you ready to order? No. Say, but you're printing what I answered. So I mean, I'm like I say, I'm not taking off anything for that because we don't have the skills to do that. But I really like that you included that. Type of crust is thin. Toppings are Italian sausage and onion. Is it all? Yes. Yes, I am, because that's what I typed. But so I like that you're using what the person is entering, ending type, topping type, using good names, crust type, pizza type, first name. So that's good. You're ready to orders under pizza type, though. I don't know if that's okay. You're ready to order. But using good variable names, and that's nice camel case that you used in with the capital letter on the second word. That's all good. But here's something I'd point out. You said this is my main part of my program. This is my main function. And you ended it, which is good because it wouldn't work otherwise. But then you said this is the main part of my program. And into that, and this is the main part. You don't have to have all these. Let me take all these out. You only have to start the main part of your program one time. See if I take all these out. Okay, so now see your program has define main, and then here's all the input and print statements. And then we end the main right there. And it'll still work just the same. Bob, yes, type of crust thin, toppings, cheese, done with order, yes. See, it still works, but you don't have to define a function every time. One function, this is my main function right there. Because later on, we're going to do sub functions and other stuff. So your main function just has to be one time and then put everything in there that you need. So I'm not going to count off for that either. I know because it worked because you ended the function each time and it understood, but that's totally unnecessary. This is not what you need though. Let's look back at our template. You always start a heading that has your name, date, and description of the program. See, if I just had this program, I wouldn't know whose it is. Your name's not on it. Name, date, purpose of program. Instead of input sample, I know you probably started with the program that was in the lesson, which is fine. That's a great start. Copy it and paste it to start. But remember, you got to go back and put your name on it. Name, date, short description. Okay, let's look at what our program had to have. Interactive conversation, perfect. At least 3. Yeah, you actually had 5. That's great. You assigned them to variables. Here's one thing you missed, though. Use the indexing or slicing technique. That's from the lesson before, 1.04. Remember, we can just pull out one character from a variable or pull out several characters by slicing. You did use concatenation and you wrote good pseudocode. Let's look at the questions down here. To take someone's pizza order. I love pizza too. I have it multiple times a week. When someone's ordering pizza, point a note to book. So you had a problem somewhere with quotations, but you figured that out. You got that working. Good. And next time you might put more details. Okay, good. That's fine. This is really good. So yeah, the only comments I really have is you don't need all of these. Yeah. I'll just put in here. Only need one main function. There we go. Put that comment. And that you missed this. Slicing. Where would I put that in yours? Let's take a look at your program. If I was going to do slicing, I might do it right after this. Right after hello first name, I could put print. Did you realize that your first initial is, and here's what I do to slicing. First name, and I'm going to index, and I'm going to pull out just the 0 character of the first name. Right? Remember, with indexing, Python starts counting with 0. So if I put Bob in there, I have 0 is B, 1 is the O, and 2 is the second B. But let's run the program with that little addition. Bob, ready to order, yes. Then cheese, yes. So it added this line. Did you realize your first initial is B? That was used in indexing. If it was slicing, I would do more than one character, like colon 2. So now it would take the 0 and the 1 character, but it would stop at 2. It would only take the first 2. So when I did this, and I put Bob, it would have the first 2 BO. See, it took the 0 and the 1, but it stops when it gets to that second number. But that's all you missed in there, really, was just the indexing, slicing. Everything else is fine. Like I say, I'm not going to take off for having extra main functions. Just giving you this feedback and letting you know those are totally unnecessary because you just need one main function. But I'm glad you figured out how to make that work, because if you didn't have this in between there, it would totally skip this first one. But otherwise, nice job. I'll get this feedback to you. See you later.